Welcome to Brainstorm MTG. I'm ELD, and this is Fast Effect Double Speed Magic the Gathering from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Mass. I'm actually on camera here, and usually Rich and I have very memorable matches. I have legit zero recollection of this match right now. This is from the beginning of August. August 2nd. Let's see if that would have been a Friday or a Wednesday. Looks like mulligans happening here. Mull to 6. And Rich fetching out a tropical island off of Scalding Tarn. And if that's a Renin 6, then I believe we are on a Renin 6 Delver list. Thoughtseize showing a couple of Tarmogoyfs, Brainstorm, Force of Will. I believe that's Abrupt Decay. Of course, Merit Lage, Indestructible, Force of Will being taken. Brainstorm main phase here. Rich looking for protection. Try and stop this combo. Rather than setting the clock, he's going to stack up a Goyf on top, along with that Abrupt Decay, and send them both away with the best combo in Magic, Brainstorm plus Fetch Land. Nothing does quite so much to ensure that your strategy actually comes together. Smoothing out draws, converting dead draws into live cards, getting rid of... Ooh, and now Duress taking Ponder, leaving an Arcanist and a Tarmogoyf. That Abrupt Decay coming right back. And now Delver sending for 3. Dreadhorde Arcanist threatening to potentially draw 3 extra cards. Oh, and now Bajuka Bog. Bog a significant play there. Goyf also fairly underwhelming at this point. Into the north, that's going to be able to get a basic forest or a Dark Depths. A really awkward draw here for Turbo Depths. There really hasn't been that much in the way of disruption from Rich's side of the table, and still do not have the win assembled. It is a Mull to 6. And now Pithing Needle. Presumably naming Wasteland. No black mana to remove this as of yet. Fiery Islet's going to draw a card. Hopefully that cough did not come through. Tried muting it. Apologies if it did. Damage down to just 4. Expedition map. And this is looking like that is it. So double crop rotation, but no green. Ugh, that was a hideous game. That is not at all ideal. Dreadhorde Arcanist just doing 1 point of damage at a time. Like an underwhelming Augur of Bolas. Showing Rich the non-foil Merit Lage token. He is not a big fan of foils, to say the least. If you've ever listened to him on Twitch, I would... actually, I'm not sure if he talks about it on Twitch. He talks about it everywhere else. So, Rich taking out some usual suspects here. Looks like he's eyeballing Tarmogoyf, which is a bit surprising. Abrupt Decay, not going to do a ton to interact with the combo. Merit Lage, of course, is indestructible. Vampire Hexmage rarely going to be around long enough to be a target. Same can be said about Expedition Map. There are new builds of Turbo Depths where Abrupt Decay I think would be much stronger. One recently just won a major tournament using the Elvish Reclaimer. He is the new 1-drop from Core Set 2020 that you can pay 2 and tap him to crop rotate. A very powerful effect, potentially pulling the entire combo together with just a single card. That build's also running Mox Diamond as a way to kind of build a stable mana base more quickly, passing on Lotus Petals and Elvish Spirit Guides to a degree. That is not a keepable hand, and it is going back. Mulling yet again. Mulligan's not as punishing as they have been in the past, but still far from superior to a good 7. Your average 7 certainly going to be better than your average 6. Oof. This looks like it might be a little landlight. Let's see how this goes. Urborg into a Pithing Needle. I believe that is Needle. And a Thoughtseize, and it shows double Hexmage and Dark Depth. So we have a turn 2 kill either way, or turn 2 combo either way. Hexmage, that gets Force of Willed. Quite the mull to 6, turn 2. That needed both a Thoughtseize and Force of Will to stop it. Another Thoughtseize, that one hits a Sylvan. A Ghost Quarter. Not hugely useful at this point. It may be able to convert another land into a green source in a very bad scenario. We've got a Thoughtseize now. Rich responding with the fetch, having done quite a lot of damage to himself, not likely to be even remotely relevant. This deck, for the most part, just does damage in chunks of 20. Abrupt Decay now hitting Pithing Needle, showing Wasteland in Daze, so Wasteland in hand. Wasteland, a very powerful card here, but this Ghost Quarters can force it to be used, which can then be responded to with the combo. Another Wasteland. Preordained showing Delver and Wasteland. A Wasteland being fired off. Presumably targeting the Dark Depths. The only things that would really... So floating a black. Getting a forest. Looks like there's actually some plays to be made here. Oh, and probably, oh no, there's a crop rotation in hand. If I had tapped that Dark Depths for mana, then I actually could have just comboed in response to that Wasteland. What a blowout that would have been. 2 mana, Sylvan Scrying. So I'm going to call that a punt right there. Wasteland staying here on board for Rich. Really very little pressure here, just this Delver. That does not feel great having Miss Lethal on camera here for you. Mistakes have been made. Urborg now coming down. Practically a soul land in this deck. Of course, giving all your lands the ability to tap for black mana, very relevant, but being able to tap Dark Depths for mana is incredibly huge. And now Thespian Stage copying Wasteland. Fetching. Duress. Gets a Spell Pierce, the last card left in hand. And now Wasteland targeting that Wasteland, that Thespian Stage. More uses than just the combo. It can also enable you to protect the combo. And now we've got a 2020 Merit Lage with Rich completely hellbent. 3 damage coming in. We've got a 1 random card in hand. Oh no, was that a land drop before Sylvan Scrying? Oh, this is some sloppy play. Could have gotten a... That's devastating. Could have gotten a Sajiri Step and just gotten right past that Delver. And making all the mistakes, Turbo Depths being extraordinarily forgiving. And squaring this up at 1 game apiece. Really, despite essentially throwing the game away twice. Rich going to be on the play here with these red and 6, blue, red, green Delver builds. You really do want to set some pressure early. You're not looking to get into a draw go scenario. You want to be hitting and potentially countering spells just to slow your opponent down, not necessarily waiting for them to play their game-winning spells. Just really slow things down, make it more difficult for them, and have your creatures reach that finish line first. Thoughtseize shows Diabolic Edict times 2. That is a bit of an issue, along with Goyf, Preordain, and Ponder. So really a pretty solid hand here for Rich. No counter spells yet, but those Diabolic Edicts do essentially more work. Brainstorm, a nearly ideal draw there. And that finds Wasteland and a Tropical Island. And Rich firing off a Wasteland at the Bayou. Very tempting to do that, given Delver's nature. But in this matchup, we'll see if this ends up working out in his favor. Sylvan Safekeeper. Now that can soak up one of these edicts. Tarmogoyf comes down. There's the Dark Depths. Crop rotation, getting Urborg. And there's the Hex Mage. I believe Rich has a Wasteland in hand. He can play a single Edict before that Merit Lage attacks, but he does have a blocker, so this is a pretty tense situation here. Merit Lage made. Rich does have the pressure, is not able to swing in. There's another Merit Lage, another Dark Depths. That taps for black. Elvish Spirit Guide. Oh, an Assassin's Trophy. Brainstorming in response. I don't think he's got it. Can't believe I don't remember this game. This is a really good game. I am getting old. Oh, he's got the Spell Pierce. Sending. He has to block. So he's not able to Edict yet. Urborg tapping. And Pithing Needle comes down. That could name Wasteland. Could name a fetch land just to try and prevent additional mana on his side. He does have an Edict. I don't know what he can do to get out of this. Edict will just hit the Sylvan. Sends in. Go to 7. And that's going to do it. So Rich dying with Wasteland and Edict at his disposal. The cards just coming together in the right way for Game 3 to steal one. That is all for this one. But don't worry, there is a lot more. You can check out our older videos, and we're always putting out new videos from ELD's Time Vault Games in Bellingham, Massachusetts. If you want to help the channel, of course, you can like, subscribe, share, tap that notification bell so you can know the next time our new videos come out. Thanks for watching.